As an active war veteran watching SML content for 7 years now, I am the most qualified person to detect when an SML video is amazing. When the video surpasses mid-tier territory for having a good concept or likable characters and a stellar story, or if a video is incredibly funny with almost no frustrating elements in sight. But often episodes will slip into forgettable or flat out boring rankings for being a rehash of previous episodes, being so generic in the SML library that I will not remember them unless you broke down what happened. But for the most part, many episodes fall beneath below average to even terrible. Most episodes are victim to this because of frustrating elements like unlikable characters, stories that have uninspiring elements like repetitive jokes, waste of potential, and a bunch of annoyance. However, there is a secret element that I have kept hidden from you. Episodes that I think should have never saw the light of day. I have some videos that were so god-awful, so unlike SML, feels like I'm watching an Adult Swim cartoon more than a show about puppets, with repetitive and sometimes slightly edgy humor. The videos I have in mind are SML's worst accomplishments and videos I wish never existed at all. So I'm gonna tell you my personal SML videos that were either pointless or downright awful altogether. Just the thought that Logan himself wrote some of these, thought they were his best ideas, and saw nothing wrong with these ideas makes me question his sanity. And I'm gonna let you know this for no particular order. These are all kind of pointless and awful in their own way, but obviously some videos are way worse than others. Well, let's begin. Now hold on to your pitchforks and torches. I know I'm starting off extremely close to the fire, my friend, but just hear me out for a second. As a standalone video, it was good at one point in time. I'm not even gonna lie, I remember I even fell for how emotional this video was. And yes, it was all about making us sympathize for the worst character of SML. As manipulative as that tactic is for making us feel bad for the most hated character, hear me out. This video had so much potential to be one of Logan's best videos ever, if not for the terrible aftermath that followed. This video was supposed to be a video where we all want Jeffy to be happy with finally living with Mario and having the fans rejoice that they finally become father and son. But since Jeffy has degraded into such a horrible character many years down the line, he has developed into such an active man-child that him being 18 years old now, he still acts like he's fucking 12. And he is such a frustrating character who was never this uncharacteristically melodramatic, who never again showed this level of love for Mario after this video. This video then slowly became one of Logan's worst. Does it seem unfair to judge a video by this category? Maybe, but it's because of the impact that Jeffy's character became to be is what seriously killed my love for this video. The video gaslighted us into thinking Jeffy would be a much more changed character and developed character. But since Logan failed to keep Jeffy as a better character and made him worse to the point that Logan killed his 3 main channels because of this character, with his adult humor, with his unlikable personality, his unapologetic character, Logan made this video such a painful waste for something that could have been one of his best videos ever made. Logan literally had one job with this video: show us proof that Jeffy can change his ways and redeem him after how much abuse he went through. But no, not only did it backpedal on a possible best opportunity for the character to even make the haters of Jeffy start to like him, this video also set the precedent for so many other videos down the line that also tried to manipulate us. So many videos later down the line also had the premise of trying to make us sympathize with Jeffy, with having fake emotional manipulative endings saying, oh, that Jeffy learned his lesson and he'll learn to be sorry and be better. And I do think it was this video's fault for the reasons why there are so many other videos like that. Just to put in perspective how many times Logan tried to manipulate us into thinking Jeffy was changed. Jeffy's parents, him promising to change. Jeffy's foster care, him also promising to change. Jeffy's 16th birthday, him also promising to change. Bad Jeffy, him also promising to change. Even Jeffy's 18th birthday tried to make me sympathize and think Jeffy is a changed character. And it's also this video's fault that also gaslit us by retconning the best plot twist of the original. Jeffy's dad is dead and he never found out who his real father was? No, let's bring it back to life in the most stupidly contrived way possible that lied to us for 6 years. Jeffy apologized for everything he's ever done and promised to be a better character? No, let's make him the worst he's ever been. What I'm trying to say is this video now more than ever felt so pointless to make if Logan never planned on changing Jeffy, or if he never planned on changing the good plot twist of the original. And once again, it's more frustrating when they pull this exact same bullshit again in videos like Jeffy's 18th birthday. Overall, who would have thought that this video that was once one of my favorites has such a poorly executed aftermath and set in motion to ruin Jeffy's character as a whole, while trying to gaslight me into thinking Jeffy is a good character. I remember day one when this video uploaded and I was waiting for WHU's video on its reaction because, yeah, this video had nothing going for it. This video was terrible all around. But I'm gonna start with the least problematic to the worst aspect. Firstly, the clickbait title. This video barely has Jeffy in it except the very beginning getting ready for school. You heard me, Jeffy is barely in this video. Secondly, this video has some suggestive scenes and is totally made for kids channel. If it seems I'm horribly confused whether SML's channel is for kids or adults, it's because Logan himself stopped caring at this point. If it's for kids, make it a bit family friendly with some edgy humor. If it's for adults, put a fucking disclaimer so YouTube won't be on your ass about it. Sorry, I had to get out of the way. But now, the biggest problem with the video, alongside the fact Jeffy isn't in it, is the fact this video is about Rosalina accusing Mario of cheating. I have no idea why Logan thought an entire video of Rose being a hypocritical bitch to Mario is funny. This is what happens in the video. Mario unknowingly has a video chat with someone who's definitely not a teacher. Rosalina immediately suspects him of cheating and breaks up with him. Mario tries his damnedest to convince Rosalina it was a freak accident, and Rose is just such a bitch and she doesn't listen, but damn did Mario try. And this arguing goes on for over 5 minutes of the video. And then the millisecond Rose finds out Mario was telling the truth, she takes no responsibility and blamed it on miscommunication. Mario said it himself, it was just her assuming the absolute worst and not giving Mario a single chance to defend himself. I truly hate videos like this and Logan's modern videos where the characters are such assholes to each other. They're just horrible to one another. It just makes you think, why are these people friends? Why are these people married? Why are these people father and son? It seems not one person even remotely like each other. And Rose being a shitty wife and lover to Mario is no exception. This video, alongside other videos, only reinforces the fact why Rosalina is the worst character of SML. What was the point of this video realistically? A video about a wife belittling her husband, refusing to listen, and feeling so bad for Mario is not enjoyable in the slightest. It's not funny. It's not even boring. It's so anger-inducing and should have just been about Jeffy's online school. Well, that won't make Logan have millions of dollars and fans watching the video, wouldn't it? You remember Joseph that was sympathetic with a Marvel villain backstory? A once happy kid whose mom died unexpectedly and became the poorest kid on the show. And keep this in mind because the show for the last few years, even now, never stopped mentioning the fact that he is still poor after all these years. But after being oblivious to the fact that she's dead, he kept her skeleton in his closet, literally, and then he slowly went crazy and thinking even he killed his mom. But then it turns out that his mom left him intentionally after winning the lottery and wanted to live a life without Joseph. Joseph's mom wasn't really much of a Halloween video, but it was still a very good send-off pity arc of Joseph's mom being solved after all these years. So what does Joseph the Millionaire do to completely ruin and destroy any of the emotional impact and the heartwarming moments of the previous video? Well, it erased all of the lore of the videos down the drain and made me question my sanity. A small summary of the video is that Joseph, the poor kid that we all knew and loved, and who lived in the projects with no lights, turns out he was secretly a millionaire after all these years and lied to his friends about it. It also turns out that Joseph's mom, the mom that abandoned her son and she admits she doesn't love him, she still talks to Joseph and gives him money. The kid who was invited to Junior's house all the time and lets him eat, Joseph doesn't even want Junior or his friends to come over. This video exists in the timeline and killed everything about Joseph's backstory. How did Logan not think this video would have killed Joseph's character from a relatable and sympathetic character to a downright awful asshole who doesn't care about his friends or anybody? I'm sure Logan really thought this was a brilliant idea to make Joseph a rich asshole who was deceiving us this entire time, but he makes videos without considering how the audience will feel or without thinking about the consequences this video will have on the characters and the lore up to this point. Videos like this is why Logan should stop doing arcs unless he really thinks about what a video like this will affect the timeline and the emotional impact of all the videos out there. When he makes a video like this, he should think, is this video gonna ruin the character? Is it gonna ruin all the lore that I created? Is it gonna destroy the character's likability or story? He should really think about these aspects before he makes videos like this. But however, there is a happy ending to this video, I guess. And it's more because of the impact this video had. Because this video was certainly hated by the fandom. And this video certainly did work in a way because SML never again made a joke about Joseph being rich ever again. I'm gonna be honest here, I remember when this video came out on day 1 on Thanksgiving 2020. And you heard me, this video was uploaded on Thanksgiving. The holiday meant to be celebrated with close and distant relatives where we eat and be thankful for where we are in life. But to this day, I cannot think of one singular microscopic reason why Logan even thought this video was a good idea. People unironically love this video, and I do not see any praise for it. Now listen, I am one who respects people's opinion even if I horribly disagree, and I love how SML fans love to claim that I'm forcing people to change their opinion. Like, shut the fuck. But with videos like this, I don't see the appeal for it. I really fucking don't. I don't see nothing worth liking outside of maybe one singular line said by Roosevelt people. And this isn't me not trying hard enough to find something funny or me supposedly missing something. No, this video is awful and should have never been made or published. The premise is one of the most uncomfortable ideas Logan ever made, but oh boy, I can definitely tell you it's not the last time. This video is about Jeffy, a 16-year-old having a baby with Junior, an 11-year-old. And while yes, it's not doing it directly, shall we say, but just the implications or the imagination that they got pregnant with a baby is enough to make me a bit offended at the mere thought that Logan even made this. Logan wrote this, he acted this out, he thought of the idea, and not one singular person in the cast thought this was a bad idea or anything. The channel at this point started to become like the Spider-Man and Elsa videos where they're supposedly for kids while disguised with some of the most uncomfortable stuff on the site. I'm surprised Logan didn't lose his channel over this, and I was kind of sad he didn't lose his channel. That sounds harsh, but when he has been demonetized and in trouble for YouTube so many times in the past for risky content, you would think he would choose not to make something like this, but he for some reason thought there was nothing to worry about with this premise. But this video is just pure uncomfortable all around. I really feel like I'm watching an Adult Swim cartoon at 3 AM than an actual video of SML. But SML definitely hasn't stopped with its creepy implications. The first time I saw this video, this was more offensive because pregnant Jeffy, you could make the argument that the implications were thankfully not directly seen in the video, so that doesn't really stop the fact that video is still uncomfortable. And at least thankfully the worst parts of the video was at least the first half of the video. But this video's awful creepiness is the entire video. The whole video is plain and simple. Jeffy, a 17-year-old, is being stalked by a lunch lady in her 50s. Now, that alone in of itself isn't exactly a bad idea if the show was taking the issue a bit more seriously. Here's how I would have wrote this. If Jeffy was uncomfortable around the lunch lady and maybe he tried to deal with the situation, telling the authorities about it, and Mario, Rose, and Brooklyn tried to help him out, this could have been a better video. But Logan thinks is funny. I'm just gonna fucking say it. He thinks is funny. And this isn't me exaggerating or blowing things out of proportion. This is how things go down in the episode. The lunch lady is in love with Jeffy for liking her food. She immediately has a crush and says how much she's in love with him. Then added later a creepiness is the fact Jeffy isn't even uncomfortable. He's totally okay with everything happening. He's completely okay with the relationship. The lunch lady then writes him a love letter, and the entire class, including the teacher, pokes fun at the fact Jeffy has a girlfriend. You know, a lunch lady in her fucking 50s. Brooklyn guy comes, and the worst he does is give her a warning to not come back. She returns to the house anyway, and then Sheppy wants to sleep with her. That is this entire video. Another reason why this video is so gross. The fact Logan and the characters are aware of how disgusting this video is. The characters and Logan keep stating how sick and gross and nauseating this concept is. and he still wrote this video as a comedy, and that's one thing I'm not trying to hear. People are gonna try to defend that this is for comedy, I shouldn't take it seriously, which is just nonsense. And yes, SML made edgy humor before. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. This is not subtle. This is not treated as a serious video. The P-word philia context is treated as one giant joke. People making fun of the fact that Jeffy has a relationship with an older woman. And that seriously frustrates me. Logan does not have the writing capabilities or skill to treat a very controversial or serious topic and make it funny or inoffensive. It's not the first time he did this either. He tends to go overboard with his style of humor, and that is why it is not only uncomfortable, but it's not funny either. And lastly, just because it's used with puppets and not humans doesn't deter from the fact it's still creepy. Because the whole point of the show is to suspend my disbelief that these puppets are supposed to be human. Which adds to my crunch of the video. Puppets are not still offensive and disturbing. A certified hood classic in terms of SML's most rightfully deserved hated videos. Here's the thing about this video. While this video isn't torturing a character like Mario and Jeffy's Bad Word or in Jeffy's Online School, the video isn't gross or disgusting like the Lunch Lady or Kurt and Jeffy, thankfully. But this video is just so boring and repetitive. The beginning of the video seems to have so much promise, but it's around the halfway point where we watch Junior and Joseph laugh at Brooklyn guy for one unfunny, long-running joke to happen. The entire joke of the video is that Brooklyn guy tries to convince Junior to dye the couch, D-Y-E, but Junior and Joseph and even Bowser at the end keep mistaking for die, D-I-E. This joke is 7 minutes long of a 10-minute video. And do you want to know how hated this video was by the fanbase? This video was so disliked by the fandom that it actually got Logan to apologize and explain he made this video as a video for the fans while he got ready for vacation. And that's even more sadder because out of all the videos you could have picked for your small break from YouTube, you pick this video, this unfunny garbage. This video gives me the same feeling as Chef PPP's Peas. Remember when 2018 ended on a mediocre Christmas video? And if 2018 ended on that Christmas video, it would have been at least a bit less mediocre. But since 2018 ended off with Chef PPP's Peas, that was just such a letdown. And this video was a giant letdown for such a promising concept. This is an example of Logan's laziness, and he shows just as much character as content as he does for his older fans. None.